So let me talk to you more about the educational process that we operate with clients, and it's all no obligation. The most important thing that I'll do if I come to talk to you is discuss finance. The finance is more important than the property. Now that may sound strange, but unless the finance and your finances, both personal and investing finances, are constructed properly, you can be locked in and you've got no room to move. So what we like to do is, I'll tell you some of the points that you need to ask your finance broker or the bank or whatever, and if you get educated on these points, that you go into it with a clear vision. And one of those things is, what are my finances now? Am I paying too much? Can we consolidate? Can we get rid of some of the credit cards? Can we reduce the limits? Those are the questions that you can ask people. That's what you need to know. We will explain it for you, but don't take our word for it. You get other advice as well. The clear thing about your budget is that you can afford it without affecting your lifestyle. Because if you can't afford to get your hair done, or I'm going to give up the smokes, that'll make me give up the smokes. No, it won't. So then you're not really ready for property at that time. The other things that you need to understand about the property system is that you have roughly 4 splits in every loan. One will generally be for the house and land, one can be for personal loan, but one will be for the investment property, because the tax office want to see a clear separation between the bills that are being paid in and out of the investment property. You need to keep them separate from what's happening in the thing. You can't sort of pay the rates out of the investment property account. That's not really considered a good move, and they can jump up and down about that. So they're the sort of questions that you need to be aware of, and that's what we like to educate you in, those sort of things, so that when you go, you also need to have what we call a buffer account. Now, a buffer is that when a little offset, it can be an offset account attached to the loan, but it might be, say, $10,000. It could be 2 years negative gearing payments. Also included in that could be 2 years' worth of income protection insurance to make sure that you don't lose the assets while it's gone. Now, you will have some costs along the way. Those will be the rates and a few other things, in some cases water, all of those type of things. They can come out of the buffer account. At tax time, when your tax comes back in, that's when you put that money back in the buffer account so that it just keeps rolling over and it doesn't cause you any financial hardship throughout the year. They're the kind of things that I like to make you aware of. Whether you ask them to the bank or to your broker, or we can supply you that information and educate you on that. I hope that the information you've just received has given you more questions than answers, and that's what I do. We educate you to make sure that you understand the whole process. After all, it's your money, and by giving you all the education and all the tools, completely free of obligation, I believe that you'll want to do business with us. So why don't you give us a call, pick up the phone, or send us an email, and we'll take care of all of your questions, completely obligation free.